And let me share my screen and we will get going. So excited for this. Let me close this up, minimize this. All right, here we go. And you can see my screen. That's awesome. And get ready to present this. I'm so glad. I mean, this is one of my favorite topics because it has been such a game changer for me. So you're going to love it. I've been loving it. So let me tell you a little bit about my story when we talk about Metapower. The whole Metapower system came out. Actually, it was like I think it was the end of September, beginning of October. Okay, so I started, so excited, all in using the system. And so, and I'll show you another picture later. But so this is me when I first started. And then this is 2 months later, and this is 4 months later. So, and now I think I'm into my 5th month. And so I'm absolutely loving it. I just got back from a vacation in Mexico, and it was so great because my clothes fit different. I felt much more confident in pictures. Like a lot of times when we're on a family vacation, I'm always trying to like hide behind the rest of my family because I'm like, oh, I usually want to be bundled up. I don't want to see my arms. I don't want to see my legs, my stomach, all the things, right? And so this was such a different vacation. I felt much more confident, just enjoying the vacation and not worrying or wishing that I would have been on a diet, months beforehand. And I was able to eat and enjoy all the foods. I didn't have to feel like I needed to carve or cut out anything. And I'll explain to you how I did that. But it's been a great experience. I'm down 15 pounds. So I've lost 15 pounds since October. And I should have measured in inches. So when you do start with this system, I do highly recommend to make sure that you journal and make sure that you take before and after pictures. And I'll show you why in the end, but also measure inches. So sometimes people will say to me, I haven't lost the weight that you have. And the weight isn't necessarily necessary, except for me, I was holding on to more like stress weight. Okay. And so when the stress was released, then I felt like my weight was actually released more than just like losing weight. Okay. But you're losing, some people have really lost inches. They haven't lost the weight, but they've lost the inches, which is really interesting. So definitely have a journal, take pictures, take notes, be a little more in tune of how you're feeling, because I've noticed one of the very first things I noticed was more energy, much better mental clarity, which is really important for me. Throughout the day because I'm juggling a lot of different things. So I feel like the brain fog is gone. Definitely less inflammation. So for me, I used to be a runner. And then I stopped running around 2015. And just because it was just hurting, it became a chore. I wasn't enjoying it anymore. My knees hurt. I would be running and like looking for a point of when I could stop running. Like when I see that stop sign, I'm going to stop and I'm going to walk. And I just didn't enjoy it anymore because it was more painful than enjoyable. And now, since I've been using Metapower, really in the last 2 months, I really noticed a major decrease in inflammation, and I'm back to running again. It is such a good feeling. I'm enjoying it. I don't have the pain that I used to. It's incredible. Less inflammation, glowing hair, skin, and nails. So I get compliments on my skin almost daily, and I don't feel the need like to wear the makeup that I used to, because when I wake up, my skin looks refreshed. So even like on vacation, like I don't think I ever took my makeup out. It was so crazy. And then my hair is so much thicker and healthier, and great healthy nails too. And better mood management. So I feel like, and people are like, Kara, you're always such a happy person. And I am, but I felt like before I was on more of a roller coaster of highs and lows. Like I'd be super excited, and then I'd come down off of that and feel like kind of sad, and then it would take me a bit longer to like get back up and get energized to get on to the next thing. And so I feel like Metapower has definitely balanced out my moods. So I don't have those highs and lows anymore, which isn't really good for us at all. And that internal heat is gone. So, and I'm only 44, but last year I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, Philip, my husband, I'm like, I am hot all the time. Like, we need to have the air conditioning on. I'm hot. We need to put a fan in our bedroom. Like, I needed to sleep with a fan on. I felt like I was internally going to combust. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can I be going through menopause already? Is this what's happening? And I was just going to kind of accept that as a way of life. But since using the Metapower system, it regulated and balanced everything. So it's incredible. When we talk about a metabolism makeover, a lot of times people join on this call thinking it's going to be like a weight loss program, right? It's all about weight loss and more energy, but it's amazing. And you'll learn tonight about how all of our systems are connected to our metabolism. So it affects so many different things than just like a weight loss, right? So, but that is my story. And you can put in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you already have Metapower and you just want to learn how to incorporate it into your daily routine. And then put a 2 in the chat if you are brand new, you don't know anything about Metapower, but you're like, metabolism makeover, you know you need it, you're super excited for it. Just let me know kind of where you're at. Okay, good. We got Margot, you got 1 there, so you've got the system. 2 for Connie, that's great. 2 for Cappy. So maybe a little bit of both in here. So we'll cover everything. Like I said, this call will be recorded, and I can make sure that you guys get the recording, but it's been incredible. And so let me go through this. And okay, 2, 2, 2, lots of 2s. All right, lots of newbies. Okay, perfect. We're going to cover everything and you're going to love it. Okay, so the intention of this class is to remind you that you were created to be whole and well. Everything I share today is going to help you get back to that place by learning about the importance of metabolic health and ways to dramatically improve it. Tonight, you will learn how to live younger, longer, and put more life in your years. Which sounds exciting, right? Okay, that's my goal. That's my intention for this class. So these are basically like 6 pain points that a lot of people struggle with, okay? So these are kind of like the top 6 that come to me, or people come to me. So throw in the chat maybe the first 2 that pop out to you where you're like, oh, man, if I could get good sleep, I would be, it would change my world. Or if I had better mental clarity, or if I could have more energy during the day, I feel like I'm in a funk. Or I've been struggling with my weight. No matter what I do, it just won't go away. Let me know kind of where your pain points are and where you're struggling, because all of these health concerns are connected to our metabolic health. All right. So, don't be afraid to put it in there. Okay, good. Thank you, Liz. All right, so Liz is weight and energy. I'm totally right there with you. Actually, when I looked at this, I was like all 6 of these. I'm like, man, I'm stressed. I need mental clarity. I feel like I'm in a brain fog. I struggle with sleep, right? I feel restless. Was one of those people that like, I would fall asleep and then I would wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking of all the things I should have done, or all the things that I need to get done, and how are they going to get done? Mood, again, that was another thing. Weight, I had that stubborn weight that just would not go away no matter what I did. And I just did not enjoy a diet where I felt like completely neglected, because then I would go crazy and turn into Cookie Monster and like eat all the food anyway. So yeah, maintaining weight, having that energy. Okay, priorities, weight loss. Got it. Okay, well, let me show you how these are all connected. And thank you guys for putting those all in the chat. So let me share 3 important things about metabolic health, because remember, it's so much more than just like a weight loss thing or an energy thing, right? There's so many components to it and the way that our systems work. So the first thing is that poor metabolic health impacts everyone, right? When we are not in a healthy state, it impacts not only us, but it impacts our family and everyone around us. It affects our mood, it affects our behavior, it affects what we can and what we can't do. And so it's really important to know that this has an impact on everybody. And we talk about metabolic health. Good metabolic health means that your body can digest and absorb nutrients from food with healthy, stable levels of blood sugar, blood fat, and insulin. Only 6.8% of the adult population actually has optimal cardiometabolic health. All right. So that means that the other 93% of us are basically struggling with our metabolic health. And that's where doTERRA came in and said, this is something, this is an epidemic. This is a concern. This is something that we need to do to help people to basically, again, live younger, longer, to help them to put better quality of life. This is our main focus right here. So these fluctuations in these different levels are natural, right? With our blood sugar levels, our insulin levels, but it's important to avoid big spikes. All right, we want to, the whole goal with doTERRA, whether we're talking about MetaPower or whether we're talking about like essential oils or anything like that, we're always working to create that level of homeostasis. Okay, nice and level and clear. And so any kind of spikes and ups and downs puts a lot of wear and tear on our body. So that contributes to that unfavorably long-term health, okay, to long-term health. So the pillars of metabolic health, when we talk about this and what has the impact on our metabolic health, healthy eating is really important. Okay, these are the 5 pillars of metabolic health. Obviously, right? You know this. So when we talk about the MetaPower system, this doesn't mean that you can take all your MetaPower into your daily routine and then just go eat McDonald's for the rest of your life. Okay, that's not how this works. Your healthy eating is so important because what we put inside is what our body uses, and that's the fuel it uses to be able to replicate our healthy cells, to be able to fight off different diseases, to be able to stay healthy and function properly, right? We learned this probably in first grade. So healthy eating is really important. Also, daily movement. So finding a way to move your body. Right now, one of the biggest health concerns is people's sedentary lifestyle. There's so much of office work or people maybe that are still working from home, that are still sitting at a desk. And then afterwards, they feel so drained from being on a computer all day long that they just want to relax. They want to veg out. They want to turn on the Netflix. And so they're moving into this more sedentary lifestyle. And it's happening at all ages. It's not even just working adults, right? I see it in my kids. I'm like kicking them outside all the time. Like today was a gorgeous 60-degree day and they were on spring break and I'm like, get outside, right? Walk the dogs with me, get out, breathe fresh air, move your body and find something that you enjoy to do. And it doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be strenuous. It has to be something that you enjoy so that you stick to it. So and you can temper it and balance it maybe in the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. So, maybe a 15-minute walk with the dogs in the morning. And then maybe it's a wind down at night with some yoga and some stretching and some twisting, something that you enjoy doing. And keep the body guessing, change it up. You can try different things. To be able to again keep it refreshing, right? We don't want to get stuck in a rut in the same routine of our workout because then it isn't as enjoyable. And I love this. Really, when we talk about our metabolic health, healthy connections is so important. So this really helps me to justify like taking my lunches with my girlfriends or more get-togethers, more socialization. We actually are in a healthier metabolic state when we have these good connections with our family and our friends. So definitely now is the time to socialize, to get out, to be with your family, to be with your friends, do those fun events because it's really good for our health, right? We just feel better when we're with our friends. And stress management. So learning how to manage stress. Again, we can't control what is coming at us, but we can control how we respond. And we can work on focusing either to eliminate those stressful situations or working how to manage them or helping to temper and balance them, working towards better restorative sleep. All of these things have great connection to our metabolic health. And then smart supplementation. So making sure that, even with our healthy eating, and I'm a super healthy eater, I'm a huge salad lover. Like I seriously look forward to a salad and I throw everything in there. I change it up every single day. But no matter what I'm eating, I'm never going to get the actual nutritional value that my body needs every single day. So I'm making sure that we have smart supplementation that is actually going to be effective and something that our body can actually metabolize and absorb is so important. So we'll talk about that coming up here in a little bit too. That is our lifelong vitality. So when we talk about two systems that really have a huge impact on our health, our energy, our mental clarity, our weight management, these two kind of go hand in hand. So when I talk about that smart supplementation, we want to make sure we start. This is kind of like our pillar of our health. This is like doTERRA's #1 most reordered product. Actually, now these two probably go hand in hand, right? And I'll show you how you can do this to be able to take advantage and be able to get a deeper discount. When you have a wholesale account with doTERRA, you're always getting 25% off of the retail price. But when you buy these together, you can actually get an even deeper discount, which is awesome. So our lifelong vitality, this is our supplement system. This is really aiding in our nutrition and our digestion. And then our MetaPower system that I'll dive into, that's really focusing on our movement and our metabolism. And those are our two bases for our nutritional pyramid of health. In our lifelong vitality, this is something that I'm sure that you guys, if you have doTERRA already in your life, you've heard us talk about this in pretty much every single class that I teach. I'm always honing in on how important lifelong vitality is, because this has your full essential nutrients. It has powerful antioxidants. It's helping to support our metabolism. It's helping with energy, your health, the microplex. This has 22 bioavailable essential vitamins and minerals. Lots of great nutrition in here. It's incredible. I don't want to read this whole thing, but you can even take a screenshot of this, or I can send this to you. Tons of great stuff in here. And then the omega-3, 6, and 9s is really important for our brain and our health, our heart health, and reducing that oxidative stress. And then the alpha CRS, this is actually has some incredible essential oils in it. We get clove and frankincense is in here. Anytime you can get frank in your life, it's a good thing. Thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, German chamomile. And again, this is helping with healthy circulation, reducing that oxidative stress in our body. This is incredible. So this goes hand in hand with our MetaPower. So I'll talk about that in the end and how to be able to take advantage of that. But one thing that you need to know is that the third thing that you need to know is that our metabolic age and our biological age are inseparable. Okay. So when you talk about biological age, there's nothing we can do about it. All right. I am 44 and I can do nothing to change that. All right. I am 44 years old. That is a fact. That's what it says on my driver's license. There is no changing that. But your metabolic age is something that can be manipulated. Okay. And your metabolic age and your biological age, they are intertwined, they are connected somewhat to a degree, but your metabolic age is much more of a focus on your actual health span. Okay. So when we talk about your lifespan, that's your biological age, your lifespan is connected to that. And then your health span that is connected to your metabolic age. So that means how many years are you living healthy? All right. So let's say I'm Kara Kading, I'm 44 years old. I'm going to live to be 80. All right. That's my lifespan. But my health span is how many years of those 80 years are actually going to be of quality. Because, when I look forward into my life, I don't want to be 80 years old and have those last 5 years or last 10 years of my life not be of quality. I want to be the grandma, the Gigi that gets to run and play with her grandchildren, that gets to go on vacation with them, that gets to hang out, that has enough energy and stamina to be able to take care of my grandchildren. That is when we're really focusing on our health span. Okay, how many years are we living healthy? So by focusing on our metabolic health and wellness, this is going to help to increase that health span and put more life in your years. So I'm really excited about that. And I can really, again, feel the changes that have happened with me just in the last 5 months. So our lifestyle choices can improve our health span, full stop, right? So just knowing that you do have a choice and the decisions that you daily make to have a positive impact on your health span. Remember, that's how many years that we are living healthy. All right, so 3 ways that you can dramatically improve your metabolic health. So I'm going to be able to jump into MetaPower. So excited. Again, this is a huge game changer. So, obstacle number one, we talk about maturing fat cells. And so, it's important to know is that no matter what, you have the same amount of fat cells in your body. Okay. So, when you gain weight, you don't get more fat cells. Those fat cells, I love that this visual is so great. So, like, when you're losing weight, those fat cells are kind of shrinking down. Think about like a balloon, okay? But when we gain weight, those same cells, okay, we didn't get any more cells. It's those same cells actually mature and get bigger. So again, as we lose weight, you don't lose the cells. You simply burn the fat stored within each cell and they become smaller. So again, this balloon visual is amazing. And so the steps you take to restrict the fat cell growth is what makes the biggest difference in your body fat percentage. Okay. So we want to be able to inhibit that fat cell maturation. Okay. So let's talk about that. All right. Yay. This is so exciting. So, this is the first real element, the 3-step system of MetaPower is the metabolic blend. Okay. So, this is offered in 4 methods of delivery, and we'll talk about those and break that down. But basically, the metabolic blend has your grapefruit in it. It has lemon, it has peppermint, it has cinnamon in it and ginger. And all of these synergistically work together to support our metabolism. And the biggest thing that it does is it inhibits that fat cell maturation. Okay, so we're inhibiting our cells from growing up into those big balloons. Okay, we're keeping it maintained. You can see this it's actual clinical studies. And this is before MetaPower dosing, and this is after MetaPower. So it's actually shrunk those fat cells down. Okay, this is the look we're going for right here. So this is offered in 4 methods of delivery, super easy. We have the oil itself in a bottle like this, little 15 ml, and there's so many ways that you can incorporate that into your daily routine. I love, like, I'm drinking water all the time, and I find that I drink even more when I've got the MetaPower added to it. So it tastes great. Remember, it's those 5 oils all blended together that I talked about, and it tastes great. So I will put it in smoothies. I will put it in my water. I love to dry brush with it. I won't dive into dry brushing, but definitely Google dry brushing. It's really good for your body. I also mix it in with some fractionated coconut oil and massage it into some problem areas. So like my stomach and my hips, that was my biggest frustration, is just my legs were just every pant I wore, it was just always so tight in the thigh. And so this has made a huge difference. And it also smoothed out any kind of wrinkles and crinkles, made a big difference. So that is the oil itself. You have that same blend in soft gels. So that's just super convenient and easy way. That's just, like this, and great to have on hand. So I love those just because it makes it easy. And then we also have the gum, and we have the beadlet. So a beadlet is like a quarter drop of the oil, and the gum itself is great. I love to chew gum when I go running, or for me, middle of the afternoon, like around 3 o'clock in the afternoon is kind of when I get in my funk of wanting to maybe take a nap, or I feel like I need to go get a coffee, something like that. If I chew the gum or the beadlets, or add that MetaPower blend to my water, it gives me a nice extra little boost of energy. I feel it really helps with curbing sugar cravings. So instead of me going across the street where I work to go like get a donut, I feel totally satiated and fine with drinking my MetaPower water, because I'm usually not really actually hungry. Like, it's only been a couple hours since lunch, but it's usually like I just feel like I'm crashing, right? Like I feel like I'm tired and I need a boost of energy. And so the blend has been incredible in that way. So that is just strictly the blend itself. Obstacle number 2 is blood sugar spikes. All right. So obstacle 1, where's those fat cells? Obstacle number 2 is the blood sugar spikes. And so it's important to know that every time our blood sugar spikes up, when we have something sugary or high carbohydrate, this puts a lot of wear and tear and stress on our body. Okay. It actually releases oxidative stress. It actually ages the body. A great analysis is to think about a car. And if you're driving your car, on the freeway, 60 miles an hour, and you're slamming on the brakes over and over and over. If you're one of those people that drive that way, like you slam, you are at the stoplight and you see it turns green and you press the pedal to the metal right away. And then you see a red light and you slam on the brakes. Okay, that puts a lot of wear and tear on the car, right? You're going to wear it down. We all know this. If you love your car, you're very gentle with it, right? We don't do that. And we want to save on gas, right? It puts a lot of stress on the car in so many ways. And it's the same way with our bodies. So if we're continually having these blood sugar spikes and slamming on the brakes and slamming on the gas, it's going to wear out our body, releasing that oxidative stress. So we want to be able to eliminate those blood sugar spikes throughout the day. And so this is where we prevent those glucose spikes with our metabolic assist. Okay, this is a capsule. It has those oils in it, but it also has mulberry leaf and berberine in here. And those are natural ways to be able to balance out our energy throughout the day. So we're decreasing those glucose spikes. So we're reducing that oxidative stress and wear and tear on the body. And we're helping with more balancing our energy throughout the day. So for me, okay, I'm going to get to the third product in Metapower shortly, but and everyone gets really excited about it. Okay, gets really excited to hear and talk about collagen. But for me, the Metabolic Assist is one of my absolute favorite products. I would never want to be without it. You take this basically with your biggest meal throughout the day, or take it whenever you have a high carbohydrate or sugary meal. Okay. Let's see let me go back. I just couldn't remember if I added another slide there or not. So with the assist, again, this is what you're going to take when you have a high carbohydrate meal. And what this will do is it releases those enzymes. That berberine and that mulberry leaf is going to release natural enzymes that protect our body from absorbing too many carbohydrates or too much sugar. So we don't have that high spike of glucose in our system. Directions on there, I think, say to take it maybe 30 minutes before your meal, but we're finding that it doesn't matter. Okay, so take it whenever you remember. I usually now just take it with my meal. It's so much easier just to take it with my meal. I recommend, I just have a little pouch like this. This is in my purse, and it has all of the Metapower system in it. So I have the actual assist in my home, but then I kept the empty bottle. Here's a little tip for you. Keep your empty bottle when you run out. And when you get a new one, just have it out. Okay. So half goes in here and stays in your kitchen, and the other half can be in your purse. So in case, for me, I would just got back from Mexico and I wanted to just live life and enjoy it. And I wasn't as conscious about what I was eating, but I wanted to be able to just enjoy that with my family, right? That time. I don't want to be thinking about healthy foods, all that kind of stuff. We did eat really healthy. We ate a lot of guacamole. We had guacamole with almost every meal. But I just ended up taking that Metapower Assist with both my meals then. Okay. So you can do it once a day. You can do it twice a day, depending on kind of your situation. I don't normally take 2 a day, but that was vacation crazy. So I was taking it with 2 meals. But if you're eating something, maybe it is a large meal, but it doesn't have a lot of sugars or carbs. Like let's say it's a big salad or something like that, or it's a high protein. You won't have to take your assist. Take it. Just think about pastas, spaghettis, bagels, anything like that is when this is going to really assist you in preventing from absorbing too many carbohydrates. Yay. All right. Obstacle number 3 is cellular integrity. So we're talking about overall cellular health and wellness, because, we want to look good on the outside and feel good. That all has to come in from the inside, right? So it's really important that we're working on the inside of our body and all of our systems, and that will transcend and radiate throughout. So let's focus on our cellular integrity. Oh, this is kind of sad, but don't worry, I've got good news. The hallmarks of aging begin to appear at age 25. So that means that this is just so wrong, but at age 25 is when things start to decrease. All right, our NAD plus, which is basically an energy molecule that affects our DNA, the production of that starts to decrease at age 25. Our collagen production starts to decrease at age 25. We're still producing it, but everything starts to decrease. And so our metabolic function also starts to decline. That's why people say, oh, I can't eat the way that I used to, or I don't have the energy to do what I used to. Those kinds of things, right? I gain weight now. I just can't. It's just what happens. And that is all due to the connection of that NAD plus. And if you see us talk about like NMN, NAD plus, NADH, all of those are kind of interrelated and connected, pretty much the same thing. It's just different in different forms. But this has a direct connection to our metabolic function and your DNA integrity. So NADH and NAD plus are crucial for that mitochondrial maintenance, okay, the energy and functioning in our systems related to our metabolic function. They convert food into energy and offer protection to cellular energy factories. It's an anti-aging molecule that we can help, or that can help to stabilize the epigenome, okay? And collagen, I'm sure you guys have heard of collagen, right? Throw it in the chat if anybody has talked to you about collagen. I don't want to say it's a hot item right now, but it is definitely something that people have opened their eyes to and are much more aware of because of the promises that people say that collagen can do for you, because it is the most abundant protein in the body. It's a key component of connective tissues that make up tendons, ligaments, skin, muscles. It's something that our bodies actually make, but starting around age 25 is when it starts to decrease. All right. So let's talk about how we can tackle that. And that is with our MetaPower Advantage. Okay. So there are little sachets. I love to say sachet. It sounds so special. But they're little sachets like this. This is the MetaPower Advantage. And this has the collagen and the NMN in it, but it also has so much more. So let me explain that to you. But this is something that actually promotes that healthy biological aging and improves that health span. Okay. So we're extending that quality of life. It's improving our cognitive function. It's supporting lean muscle and connective tissue. And again, with collagen, we're improving that skin elasticity and firmness. So in here, like I said, it's so much more than just collagen. There's actually 9 different types of collagen in here. So, and I'll show you a graph a little bit later where you can see most of the collagen that you see on the market. It's only one type of collagen, maybe 2 if you're lucky. And we have 9 different types of collagen because we want to focus on not just healthy hair, skin, and nails, but we want to focus on all of your metabolic systems, okay? Your digestive system, your immune system, your connective tissue, your joints, inflammation, tackling all of those things is happening with the 9 different types of collagen that we're offering in here. So this is fully loaded with our metabolic blend that we talked about. Okay, so you get those 5 oils in there. You get 9 different types of collagen. You get this red orange fruit extract. You get the NMN and NADH. Those are your energy molecules for mitochondria. Hyaluronic acid and resveratrol. I'm sure you've heard a lot about those for anti-aging support. Sea buckthorn fruit extract, rose apple fruit extract. The liposomic vitamin C in here actually helps us to absorb even more collagen and biotin. Okay, that's all in here. So here is a collagen comparison. If you have taken collagen or if you've used any of these, you can see that there is a huge difference. First of all, ours is wild caught marine based collagen, which is really important because that means it is basically the smallest molecule of collagen that you can get, which means that your body can absorb it much better. We have 9 different types of collagen instead of just 1, or some actually are 0, which is crazy. There's no heavy metals. Everything's all been tested in here. 70% is in tripeptide form, which means that doTERRA has taken that collagen and has broke it down into smaller little bite-sized pieces so that our body doesn't have to focus on actually digesting it like a food. It gets absorbed readily into our bloodstream. It's going to be 12 times more bioavailable than any other collagen on the market because it is in a tripeptide form. It's freeze dried, which means it's activated by you. So for me, I had it, I actually have a little bit left because my ice melted, but you don't need a lot of water. Okay. 4 to 5 ounces of cold water is when it's going to taste best. And, then I add ice to it. So I do the cold water, I mix it with my frother, and then I add some ice to it and I drink it down very quickly. All right. This isn't some sugary, fruit cocktail or a fruit juice or something like that. It is actual amazing supplementation. There's no sugars in here or anything like that. So we haven't added any junk like that at all. So I love the taste of it. But I recommend not drinking like a big 12-ounce thing. Do it in a small little shot like this, basically. Sorry, I want to make sure I get all mine. And it tastes great. My husband and I, we love it. We look forward to it every single day. So being that it's activated by you, that it's freeze dried and activated by you, and then it's in liquid form, is going to be so much more effective because in a liquid form, you actually have to go through a pasteurization. And when you do that, the integrity of the collagen and the NMN, the energy molecules, actually gets diminished. So we don't want to do anything like that, right? We want to have and maintain that integrity of our collagen and make sure that we have those energy molecules that are still intact. So it's activated by you. Don't put this in warm water or your coffee or anything like that. It's cold water, mix it up, drink it down, you're done, you're ready to go. Okay. I love it. I love this whole system. It's incredible. So again, this is everything that's in here. This has a little bit more of like a highlight of like what those things are, but I touched on all of those a little bit. And it's a great value. So of what is everything that is in here, again, instead of being just collagen, there's so much more in here. It's an incredible value. It's $84.50 for a 30-day supply. Okay, so here is a great little schedule for you to be able to see. Oh, cool, Amber. I didn't know you could put a picture in there. Okay, so Amber just added a little recipe. Very cool. Yes. So here's a little tip for you. Okay. If you're looking for just a standard routine, and I do the standard, okay, except when I was on vacation, then I was over here. But standard routine, one little sachet mixed with 4 ounces of water. You could add a few drops of the oil itself, or some people like to add like a different oil, like wild orange or something like that. Totally fine. But for me, I just do the sachet. I mix it in water. Tastes great. And so, and everybody's time of day is different too. So some people like to do it first thing in the morning, and then they're off and running. For me, I like it more towards the end of the day. Around again between 4 and 6 o'clock. That's what just works best for me and my husband and sticks with our routine. But when we were on vacation, we packed, of course, all of our MetaPower and realized that we were forgetting to take it. And so then we would either take it at bedtime when we remembered if we forgot to take it, or the next morning. I'm like, you know what, today's kind of going to be kind of crazy. We're not going to be around. Let's just do it first thing in the morning. And it all worked out fine. Okay. As long as you get in one sachet in your day, you're totally fine. All right. If you are looking for that weight release, you can add a second. You can be a super user and use a second sachet in the evening. So do one in the morning, one at night. Okay. Your MetaPower Assist, remember, we're assisting you in preventing too many carbohydrates or too much sugar being absorbed into the body. We're preventing those glucose spikes. So take this with your largest meal, the highest amount of carbs in your day. If you're looking for that weight release, take it before all of your meals include carbs, anything other than green vegetables. Okay, anything that's got the carbohydrates in it, take this. And then these are just the blend. Okay, this is what I call freestyle. This is 4 different methods of delivery of the oil itself. And this can totally be however you want to incorporate it. For me, I use the oil blend. It's in my water throughout the day. I'll put a couple drops in my smoothie. The soft gels I love to take. I'll do like 2 first thing in the morning because I feel like, it definitely helps with inhibiting that fat cell maturation. But what it also does is it helps with like curbing those sugar cravings. So if I take it first thing in the morning, I feel like it kind of sets the day off right. And so I feel like I'm in the right mindset and I'm not craving a junky breakfast, because we don't want to start our day off that way, right? And so I love the soft gels then. Sometimes I'll take a couple in the afternoon, 1 or 2 before bed. I end up maybe taking 3 or 4 throughout each day. Okay. And again, there's no right or wrong. Nothing's going to blow up. You're going to be okay. Do what works best for you. Okay. This is the fat inhibitor right here. We're curbing those cravings. We're helping to manage the weight. So whatever works best for you is the way that it's going to work, right? You got to get it into your routine. Okay. So if you could wave your magic wand, what would you want your health to look like when we're thinking ahead? We're thinking about, I know, New Year's resolutions, whatever, are over, but there's no better time than to start thinking about, what do you want this year to look like? Or the next 2 years, the next 5 years, the next 20 years. Like I said, for me and my husband, we're totally focused on expanding that health span so that we are living younger, longer. Because how fun, right? I don't want to be one of those people that gets older and then, retires, and then I can't do anything. I spent my whole life working, and then I'm too tired, or I don't have the strength or the energy to have that zest for life and go on those adventures. So we totally want to do that together with us and our family. That is our goal. So we're doing everything that we can to be healthy and taking care of our health and wellness now so that we feel better later, right? So when you're thinking about that, let me just show you a couple of testimonials from people. And this is why I recommend how important it is for you to take before and after pictures. And there are some people, I'll show you one that, like, she didn't lose any weight and you would never believe it. She didn't lose weight, but she definitely lost inches. But for us, a lot of us, especially with children, as we get older, like, this just happens, right? This little bulge, and it's so frustrating. But Metapower, because it's resetting our metabolism and connecting all of those systems, it does have the ability to work on those problem areas. Here's another one. Again, you can see the flatness in those bulges, the smoothness in the skin. It's just amazing to see. This is our friend Kelly. I think she says here I think she's lost even more for that. Oh yeah, this is only day 32. So she's lost over 20 pounds. She has more energy, major change in her skin, that hormone improvement. So Kelly was one that I knew also when we were at a retreat together. She actually brought her fan in her suitcase and she carried it around with her. It was on her nightstand. It was, in the bathroom with her when she was getting ready. Like, all of that has changed. And just seeing her at leadership, it was amazing, like, just how different she looks, right? And not only just the weight release, but also just the energy and the vibrancy. Here's another one. I think this is 13 days and then 110 days. I mean, this is like night and day, right? Totally different person. And then here's some more. And let's see, where else are we here? So here we are. And I'll just read this, like, more energy, better sleep, inflammation in the lower back and hips is gone. Those sugar cravings are gone. Concentration is improved. Better workouts. Even her granddaughter said her face looks slimmer. The collagen is smoothing out those wrinkles. Let's see, 2 weeks ago, what a difference in the skin tone, right? This is me. So this is the start. Again, you saw this picture in the beginning. This is just natural light. This is my son's bedroom. So it's so frustrating because every time I want to take a picture, I actually have to clean his room at the same time. But it's the only one that has, like, the natural light at 7:30 in the morning. So I try to take these at the same time, same swimsuit, every single time. But you can see just the smoothness in my skin, and it feels so great. And then in my face. So here I have to laugh because who is that? I don't know. I didn't know that I looked that mean, but that was me, 7:30 in the morning.
That's so amazing. Like, just like your face.
Like, I know, it makes me laugh now. I'm like, geez. How scary. And it was just, and this is no makeup in any of these, but like my skin tone was like a different color. I don't even know. And you know, I mean, I don't do any Botox or anything like that. But you can see just these lines. I look angry. But here it's starting to soften up a little bit. And here's month 4, like it's brighter. My children tell me I look more relaxed. I don't seem to have that. Obviously, you can see the difference, right? So that's me. And let me see who's on here. Is there anyone that wants to share their experience, like how they're feeling? Maybe Amber, you can, because you and your husband are both taking it right now.
Yeah, so I the one thing that I've noticed right away when I started taking it was sugar cravings. So I'm a huge sugar fanatic. Like I will always go for that cookie, that ice cream, that pie, candy, like especially Halloween. Like I was horrible. Like I was that mom that went through my kids' candy and was like, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Um, but I don't even think I took one piece of their Halloween candy this year,
That's
which
so
was
that's,
like
yeah.
amazing to me, you know? And yeah, even like my husband, like now he's like, do you have Metapower ready? Is it time for Metapower yet? Like he just went to work and he like took it with him. He was like, I still have to take my Metapower. So he's like, just give it to me and I'll take it at work. So yeah, even he's like noticing a difference. Even with like his energy level, because he works late nights. He works until, you know, like midnight, doesn't get home till like 2 a.m. So his energy level, especially at night's been a lot more than he usually does. My energy as well has been really improved. Like I actually can come home from work and I have the energy to want to make dinner for my kids when I, you know, like after a long day of working, and you know, I have the energy to clean the house and do what I need to do, not just sit on the couch and be like, okay, give me like 15 minutes and then I'll get up and do it. Like I come home and I'm like ready to go, like what needs to be done, you know, getting the kids, you know, their bath, their dinner, everything, like so my husband can get himself ready to go to work. So energy level has really increased as well. My clothes fit better. Like I feel like my clothes, like I can actually like fit into my clothes now like comfortably and not feel like I'm like trying to squeeze myself into my jeans anymore. So that's nice as well. Yeah, I've just, it's been amazing, like the energy level, especially the sugar cravings, even like my food portion sizes.
I
Like I've
know.
noticed,
I said,
like I've noticed that like I don't have to like eat as much to make myself feel happy and feel fuller. Like I feel like I get fuller faster and I don't have to go back, especially with the holidays. Like I didn't have to go back for that second or third helping. Like I was totally fine with just my one plate. And I even shared dessert with my husband this year, which I never do. Like I actually was like, do you want to just share something?
yeah,
So
my relationship with my food is so much different. I really
yeah.
feel like I'm in much more control, where before I felt like I was emotional eating all the time.
Yep.
And so like that has totally
And
changed.
now like if I go a day without taking anything like Metapower, I feel like off.
Yeah, I mean, I seriously, I when on vacation, I'm like, oh my gosh, like we need to make sure that this sits out
Yep.
and it stays on a routine, because you can definitely feel a difference. All right, that's awesome, Amber. Thank you. Okay, let me show you how to get started with Metapower. So if you're on this call, a lot of you put 2s in the comments. And so that means that, you know, it's not, you haven't purchased it yet. And you can get the kit. It's $179. I always recommend starting with the kit, okay? Because this has everything in it that you need to be completely set up for success. And when you get the kit, when you open up the lid, it's just genius here, but like all the directions are in there. And so, and the person who invited you to this, or if it was me, you know, or Amber, you have an oil person that guides you through your wellness journey to make sure that you know how to use this, how to get it into your daily routine, how to troubleshoot. I just met with someone today who who bought Metapower in January. She reordered it in February. And she's like, I don't know if I really notice anything. I'm not sure if I'm feeling anything or not. And then I said, well, let's sit down. Let's look at pictures, right? And then, did you take pictures? She's like, yes, I don't want to show anybody, but she would show me. And it was amazing. Like, she didn't really actually sit down and look at them until we sat down together, and she's like, oh my gosh, like you could see like visible lines were gone. She looked again brighter and happier. She said, well, actually she's lost like 2 pounds, but she's definitely lost inches. Like when I hugged her, I was like, this, you are different. So she's like, oh yeah. And she's like, actually I have been sleeping better, right? And I'm not actually craving the sugar. I'm like, that's why it's so important to journal and write it down. All right. So the directions are in there, but don't worry, you have an oil person that will guide you on your wellness journey. And so that's $179. You get a free enrollment, you get free shipping on that. And that also includes your wholesale account with doTERRA, which means that, and when you purchase this, you're also getting that discounted price, but you're always going to get 25% off of the retail. So again, this is amazing. You won't need to reorder all of this every single month, but I'll show you how to reorder for people who are reordering their product. So you won't need everything, but it's a great foundation, great place to start. And our team is doing a special growth program. It's called Diamond Club. And what that basically means is that we have a special promo code where you can get some awesome freebies. So just with this Metapower system alone, you can get free adaptive, which is our calming blend. So as we talk about and focus about, when we talked about those 5 pillars of health, and we talked about managing stress, right? This is an amazing one. This is our calming blend. It helps to reduce stress, anxiety, overwhelm. I would never leave home without it. And then also, this has changed. I could not change the verbiage on this. I apologize. But you also get a free pebble diffuser. Okay, great diffuser. You can even, I had a friend who like couldn't afford to buy the kit, but she just bought the Metapower oil and she had it in her diffuser, and like it was already having an impact and a change, because the diffuser, when we're actually smelling it, those molecules are getting into the air. We're taking them in, they're getting absorbed into our bloodstream. It's definitely having a positive impact. So you could totally put your Metapower oil in the diffuser and it would be beneficial. So with a 150 PV order, any brand new person, you get free adaptive and the free pebble diffuser. This ends up being 150 PV or product value, if you're wondering what that means. So this is the special promo code. You can actually, what's amazing, what just got released is that you can not only get the free adaptive and the free diffuser, but you can also, with a 200 PV or product value. So Metapower is 150 and you just add another 50. So maybe you add another box of collagen, or maybe there's some other essential oils or products that you are looking at or that you're interested in. So if you can hit that 200 PV, which again, you're so close, you can actually get a free bottle of Citrus Bliss, which is sunshine in a bottle. One of my favorites, great for the diffuser, and free frankincense, a little 5 ml of frankincense, which is priceless. Okay. So we always say, when in doubt, frank it out, because frankincense is so amazing. It works for everything. I absolutely love it. And so you get all of this with a 200 PV order. You can, let's see, and Liz is saying, you cannot use PV to purchase this. So if you are an existing customer right now, because Metapower is so new, you can't use your points just yet. Okay. But for any brand new person, this is your promo code. So tell the person that invited you to this, I have a Diamond Club promo code so that you can get all this free stuff. Adaptive, the calming blend, that's like a $50 value right there. And this is a $25 diffuser. It's a great, great value. You get tons of savings that way. If you're already a customer, all right, make sure that you're on our loyalty reward system, because this is how you earn points, okay, that you can cash in for free product. Also, if it's over 100 PV, you will always get free shipping. But this is how I save the most when I purchase. So I talked a little bit about that lifelong vitality. And so in my cart, I purchase my lifelong vitality. And when you add that as a loyalty customer, a little shop within a shop pops up in your cart, and you can get additional items at a discounted price. So instead of paying the $84.50 for my collagen, it ends up being $65. So I purchased the lifelong vitality. I'm adding the Metapower, the Advantage. Of course, I'm adding the Assist, and that ends up being only 25. And then I love to add like my Terrazyme. That's another option. This is a natural enzyme that basically helps us to break down and absorb the nutrients in our food better. And the PB Assist is another great one. So for my husband and I, because we're both using this, I end up placing 2 monthly orders. So one is in the beginning of the month and one is 2 weeks later. And so we get the Lifelong Vitality, basically 1 pack to start us off throughout the week or throughout the month, and then adding the Advantage, the Beadlets, and the Terrazyme. And then the next 2 weeks, then we'll get another Lifelong Vitality pack, another Advantage. And then I kind of alternate between the Terrazyme and the PB Assist. PB Assist is our pre and probiotic. Okay. So, all right. Any questions? Let me stop the sharing and find out if anyone has any questions. Oh, Carol's on. Hey, Carol, your dream roller is right here. It's going in the mail tomorrow. Yes. I'm so glad you're on. Okay. Is there anything that I didn't cover? Or maybe if anyone want to share a testimony before Amber picks a winner? All good. Okay. Well, I will send out this recording. So I know it was a lot of information. Any questions you have, you can definitely get the recording. And then for the winner, you want to email your name and email address, or your name and address to hello@danamore.com. Okay, that's how you get your free product. Okay, Amber, who's our winner?
Really quick, before I do that, Liz just asked, so I do not have to drink the oil. I can apply it and be just as effective.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I love to put it with like some coconut oil and just massage it in, or like before a workout is super effective. But I love the way that it tastes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I did too in the chat. Yeah. I did put a before and after picture of me as well from March of 2022 to February of this year, just so people have another.
Yeah, a good visual, a good comparison.
Yeah. So, okay, so I did the wheel of names.
Oh, yay!
So,
all right. So fun.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's spin the wheel. First one is Kathy.
Catherine, maybe? Oh, Kathy, there you
are. Derek.
Okay, I see you. I had a little screen pop up that I couldn't see you. Sorry, Kathy. All right, so email hello@danamore.com with your name and address. And so she'll send you that frother and 3 of these little sachets to try.
All right, and second is Margot.
Yay, all right. All right, Margot, do that hello@danamore.com, and you guys will get your stuff, be good to go. And any questions you guys have, you know how to connect with me. And thanks for being on tonight. Thank you, Amber. Thanks for all your help.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.